One of the most unequal aspects of children's lives around the world is their vivid imagination. Someone's imaginary friends, others play dress up to look like their parents, are having tea with their dolls, and the boys are playing games with their figures. When they go outside, they pretend to be superheroes and cartoon characters on TV. Unfortunately, when children grow up, when their childhood fades away, their wonderful imagination also often disappear. Imagination also play an important role in business because the best entrepreneurs and innovators are the ones who sustain imagination and embrace reality. This is all possible. It is a key reason for advance is technology and all other aspects of life. How do you use your imagination? Is your creativity being used to grow your business? In this lesson, we will uncover the secrets of your imagination in an effort to set and achieve your highest goal. German physicist Albert Einstein once wrote that the true side of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. He also said that logic will lead you from A to B. Imagination will lead you anywhere. Use these quotes to rekindle the power of your imagination by connecting to this valuable resource. How can you influence your business? Your team and your customers, like everyone else, benefit when imagination is vivid. Imagination prompts us to believe that as children we had two limits on what we believed in. If we were told that there is a tooth fairy, we believe it. If we were told bedtime stories, we also believed them. Moreover, we believed that we could do whatever we imagined. As adults, we must reconnect with our belief system and adhere to the following key beliefs, which is self-beliefs. We invented the light bulb, the cell phone, the electric car, and the internet. We all have the opportunity to create something wonderful. Therefore, we must expand our imagination and believe in the power of your mind. Have you ever thought about an equal invention and then ignored it only to see it won the market years later? Self-confidence will motivate us to focus on achieving new goals and see them through to the end. The 19th century American philosopher William James once wrote, "Fails creates real fact." In the late 1950s, the United States launched its space programs because it believed that the ability to travel into space was within its limits. Believing in yourself will also send you to places you never dreamed of. To remind us of the importance of inputting what comes to mind determines what we believe in. Surround yourself with negative thinkers, and soon you will think the same way. On the other hand, focus on spending time with the most optimistic and positive people you know, and you will be more positive. Three of America's greatest inventors and business of 20th century spent many years together each summer. Following this pattern, billionaires Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are also close friends, each reading about 50 new books. Each year, think carefully about what you get each day. Try to read the most positive and powerful books and article. You can read success stories and remember positive statements and repeat them daily. Soon you will see your imagination. It grows like never before. But last but not least, action must be taken. Imagination is most satisfying when it leads to action. So, make a commitment to bring your ideas to life. Also, it may not happen overnight. Everything you have is bound to lead to have achievement of your goals. Sir Edmund Hillary was the first to climb Everest. Matthew Webb was the first to swim across the English Channel and the Nile. Armstrong was the first to land on the moon. Everyone should be first and something. So why don't you break down to barriers? Climb the mountains and experience the joy of achievement. Just taking one step at a time and never looking back. Even if we are no longer children, we still need our imagination to remember and realize the great formula through the input of thoughts and the pursuit of dreams. In your mind, you can only imagine how much better you will become. Your goal in this lesson is to practice big scale thinking by writing down 3 things you want to accomplish this year. Then pick 3 positive books to read this year.